Hey there, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do just a fun video on current favorites, what I've been loving and what I've been wearing lately. As I said, I'm going to be trying to do more things kind of somewhat in this series, and some are going to be like hidden gems videos, some are going to be fragrances I don't wear, some are going to be favorites, but just kind of shopping my stash kind of things. So today I have 6 fragrances to show you, and then some other goodies at the end as well. So if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. We talk a lot on there, and you might see some like behind the scenes stuff when I start getting fragrances in. Sometimes I'll show them there before I actually put up the haul video. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first fragrance I'm going to talk about, let's see here. I think I have to mention this one because I hauled it somewhat recently for you guys, or at least the video came up pretty recently, and I have not stopped wearing this, you guys, and a lot of you in the comments said you liked it as well, and I've continued to be surprised with how much I enjoy wearing this fragrance. I wouldn't have thought it would be the case. So this is Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming. Some of you messaged me and asked if I could talk a little bit more in depth about this. So if you'd like a full video on this, I'm happy to oblige, or like any fragrance that you've liked, if you want more of like an in-depth review, just let me know in the comments. But this is so nice. I have a really small bottle. I think I have like a 30 ml. It doesn't say on here, but I really like it. There's like a juiciness to this fragrance, and I said in the video that I hauled it, I was wondering if maybe people kind of not confused, but just got overwhelmed with the fact that Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming and Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet have pretty similar names, but they're very different in scent. And Blooming Bouquet is a very generic floral from what I remember. It kind of reminds me of, and I haven't smelled it in a while, but it reminds me of how I feel about my Burberry. It's not offensive, it's just kind of there. And I wouldn't have expected that from Dior, but also not really of Miss Dior. I feel like that's a pretty nice line that more or less gets a little bit more creative. I mean, not like completely out of the box, but that one really just missed the mark for me, I think. It wasn't bad, it was just so meh. But this one, like, I don't even know what it is. I don't know if I feel like it partially because of, I think it's pomegranate in here. It's juicy and tart and the best kind of fruity, which so rarely happens that when it does, I'm all over it. And oh my God, it's like delicious. And it kind of, I mentioned before, it sort of reminds me of a lipstick that my mom used to have when I was little. It doesn't smell lipsticky or makeup-y, but it smells like a particular lipstick or lip product. And oh my God, it's just got something about it. There are sometimes fragrances that just have a quality about them that I want to keep smelling on myself, and this has it. The Valentino Donna Born in Roma also makes me feel that way. And yeah, I really like this. I see myself, it doesn't look like I've worn anything, but I swear, maybe from the side you can see a little bit more. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go through this one pretty quickly. I will say I don't love how the cap fits on here, at least my bottle. It kind of swivels around, which is unfortunate, but that's really my only qualm with it. And then secondly, a fragrance I've had for a while now, almost a year I would say, and I have 2 backups because I went a little crazy. It was a year ago. And this is Olympia Aqua Eau de Parfum Legend. So there's a million Olympias. This isn't the original, it's one of the flankers, and that's the one I have. This is what I think my favorite is, but I genuinely forget pretty much all the others, and this one is so spectacular, and I have so many of them that I don't really see myself wanting to try others. Oh my God, this one's so stunning. And I've heard from a bunch of you whenever I mention and talk about this one, because it's sort of like a slightly salty, sensual floral, and I adore it and I wear it often. It's very much like the kind of fragrance that whenever I feel a bit overwhelmed by choice, I'll reach for this one because I know it's never gonna push me in any sort of way. I'm never gonna feel sick of it, but it's not simple either. It's kind of an easy reach for the days where I have no idea what to wear. I feel like those are the days that I reach for this, and it always brightens my mood. This was my first fragrance I wore today, because I wear more than one in a day. But yeah, I was exactly feeling that kind of overwhelmed by choice feeling this morning, and so I reached for this one, and I'm happy that I did. And I recommend this one to a lot of you guys that feel like you haven't had the best luck with any of the flankers, but you want to love one of them because you like the original and you just want to get into one of the Olympias. I really, really recommend this one, and I think it's discontinued, so you can find it for a lot more inexpensive online. And then the third fragrance is from the Zara collection, Jo Malone. I've mentioned this a million times. I did a full video on all 8 of them. And yeah, I started talking about them again because I picked mine up almost over a year ago now in Portugal, and now they're finally available in the States. So I love all of them. I have the 40 mils in all 8 of her fragrances with Zara. And I've just really been drawn to the Fleur d'Oranger, the orange blossom fragrance recently. I've been wearing it a lot. It's a really beautiful orange blossom scent. It's not too overpowering, and it's not in any way grapey. I feel like it's very true to the orange blossom scent in actuality. But it lasts a lot longer than a lot of the original Jo Malone fragrances last on me. So if you can still pick it up, I honestly recommend the entire range, because if you're into Jo Malone, then you'll find one that works for you. There's definitely some that I like more than others, like Fleur de Patchouli, this one. Yeah, I really like almost all of them. Water Lily Tea Dress is kind of okay, and it's not my favorite, but yeah, and there's another one I don't like, but in general, it's totally up to taste. And I feel like for the value, for the price, it's actually a pretty good value. All right, so fourth, I've been wearing this fragrance a lot. And honestly, this and the first one that I've got have just made me really get obsessed with this range. And that is Bad Boys Are No Good, But Good Boys Are No Fun, or Boys by Kilian. I also have Princess. And I know there's a full range. There's at least 4 more that you can get in kind of North America. I know there's like a Rose de Mai version that was very hard to find and only in one country. And then there was another one that was like a Russia exclusive. So in general, I know there's like 4 more that you can get relatively easily. So this just made me want all of them, honestly. And this is a very Coca-Cola lime scent. It smells very much like Coca-Cola and lime, and kind of like a Cuba Libre type fragrance. Slightly boozy. I don't know if I'm wanting to get like a rum note to it because it reminds me of like rum and Coke with some lime, but I really like it. It's not a fragrance I would recommend for a blind buy unless you know you like the scent of Coca-Cola and like soda pop fragrances. If you're into root beery fragrances or Coke and that kind of stuff, then I would say go for it. But other than that, I can see how this is quite unique, and Princess is more of a generic scent. It's not super generic, but I mean, compared to this one, this is a lot more unisex, and it truly does smell like a rum and Coke with lime, and a lot more lime than like a regular Coke lime. But I really like it, and I really, really enjoyed wearing it. Again, it's kind of like the fizziness is nice, especially for the days where I'm feeling kind of blah and there's not a lot to do and it's too cold to really go anywhere. This just kind of energizes me. So I've been loving that. Then for the really cold days when I want something more warm and spicy, time and time again, and I've mentioned it before, but this is the truth. I've really liked Eau de Malachi by Chopard. This was one of those like door crashers at Fragrance Buy months ago now that I really only got because it was like 30 something and pretty much everyone picked it up. But I really like it. It's also it's very unisex. I feel like it doesn't especially lean in either direction, but if it was going to, it would lean masculine, I suppose. But it's like spicy, and the oud isn't that strong in this. It's kind of boozy to my nose, and a little bit kind of like sweet boozy or like sweet tobacco-y. I really, really like it. I feel like I like wearing it when I go for hikes or when I'm outside and it's snowy. It smells like warm and spiced to me. So it kind of smells exactly like what you'd think it smelled like from the beautiful ambery juice liquid. And I like the bottle. It's got a heavy cap. For the deal that I got it for, it's amazing. It's 100 ml at least. Oh no, it's 80 ml. But yeah, I see myself really wearing it in the colder months because I don't think I'll be as drawn to it in the warmer months of the year. But since I've picked it up, I've been wearing it pretty often, which is a lot in my book. And then a fragrance that I've been obsessed with, you guys, and I cannot stop, and it's one of the only ones that I don't regret that I have a backup because I wear it like mad, is Truth or Dare Naked by Madonna. I cannot stop wearing this. This is so beautiful. It is very grapey. To my nose, it's very grapey, and it has like a slight interesting powderiness to it because it almost smells like cocoa powder at times, which is really strange. I think it might be one of the notes, but now, yeah, it smells like a very, very faint cocoa powder in there sometimes, but in general, it's kind of like a grapey floral. It doesn't last that long, but it's such a beautiful scent, and it's so intoxicating to me that I wear it like mad. I overspray like mad, as you can see. I have been wearing it like crazy, and this is just a 50 ml. So I definitely see myself going through this pretty quickly. I try to take breaks from it because it has that quality where I want to wear it all the time, and if I wear it one day, I want to wear it the next day. So I give breaks in between so I can make sure I'm actually trying other fragrances for you guys. But it's stunning, and I really have to give props to Madonna for that. I can't believe it's discontinued, and it makes me really want to try the original Truth or Dare as well, but not for too expensive because I know they're going for crazy right now online. All right, so some other favorites. The first one I have to mention, and it kind of goes somewhat in hand with the other skincare product, but Noomi, which is a skincare brand that actually reached out to me, sent over and said if I wanted to try their overnight serum cream, and it's called the Birch Tech Hybrid, and I was all on board for trying it out. I have always been super into skincare, and I'd never tried anything from Noomi. So this is like a 2-in-1 facial cream serum, but honestly it feels a lot more like a serum than a cream. I hope you guys can see this. It feels a lot lighter, like it doesn't feel like a deep cream, but it's quite moisturizing. Like it takes a while to get into the skin, but once it does, I feel like it, on my face at least, really, once it soaks in, it kind of firms up the skin right away, which I like in the T-zone. And that's really where I started wearing it more. It's supposed to be really full with antioxidants, with hyaluronic acid, and be 100% vegan and cruelty-free, which is great. On my cheeks, I feel like after a while, this was not enough. And under the eye, obviously I wouldn't get too close, but I've been for years and years and years wearing and using Ombre Lisse, the La Crème Concentrée, just the original. And I love this. A little goes a very long way, and you do not need a lot, especially if you have normal skin like I do. Sometimes it gets a little oily, sometimes it gets a little dry, but in general, I have pretty normal skin now as I've gotten older, and it's not as oily as it used to be. So this really does work on me. You can leave it on thicker if you just want like a moisturizing mask, but in general, I don't ever need to do that, and I just use it as a moisturizer. So I've really only been wearing this more so in my T-zone, and then this everywhere. And I like the firming, especially for my forehead, how it feels, because it's kind of like I wear it before I go to sleep. And I have a very expressive forehead, and the lines here bother me sometimes. And it's nice when it's firm up there, because it kind of reminds me not to raise my eyebrows as much, especially in bed, and kind of just let it rest. So anyways, I enjoyed using that for the past month or so. And then some other makeup goodies. I don't have my nails painted right now, which is a rarity, but it's because I'm going to do my nails right after this video. A nail polish that I really liked, because it's hard to find a nice nude if you're going to do French nails at home, is by OPI, and it's called Too Tantalizing. Really like it. It's not too opaque. You can build it up if you need to, but if you're doing an at-home French manicure, it's perfect for like light to medium skin tones. And then my lipstick, which I've really been liking and I'm wearing today, is actually the ColourPop Lippy Stick in Lumiere, which is Kathleen Light's color. I really liked it. It's kind of like a purpley pink, and I think a color kind of suits a lot of skin tones, and I love having it be a little bit matchy-matchy with my eye color, or my eyeshadow rather. And then the last one is actually a candle, and I'm a huge candle person. And this one's by Nest, and it's also the orange blossom scent. I feel like it goes so well with Fleur d'Oranger by Zara. This is a little bit more tart and sharp. This is a little bit more creamy, but usually I have much larger candles to fill up, need to fill up my bedroom. And so I wasn't expecting this to really have as strong of a scent, because it's only got, you know, it doesn't even have two. But this is so strong. I actually have to, you know, only leave it on until it kind of gets near the end. Sometimes I have to blow it out even before it gets to the end, which I hate doing, but it is such a strong, high quality fragrance. This is the first one I've ever had by Nest. So I definitely want to pick up some more as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will list everything that I can in terms of names and stuff in the description box below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.